And we are live with NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition and Brawlers. Hello everybody, it's your buddy Lou Pickney with you here. NashvilleLou, August 27th, 2023. Let's take a look at this tournament tree here in just a moment. My brawler Rusty there is ready to go. Take a look at the tournament tree. So it's the round of 16 that's about to begin here in just a couple of moments. That's a look at the tournament tree as far as the top half of the bracket. It's easier maybe to look at the slate right now because that just gives you the matchups just in text form. But the top four, the top half of the bracket, bottom four matchups, bottom half of the bracket. So the winner of my match with Kierman faces Jerdemic and Stodds. That's what we're looking at there. Let me peek into the Discord channel with... Here we are. Uh-oh. Well, I just learned my opponent said not going to be able to make our match. Like a forfeit. So I could swing the time, but getting out of church now, won't be home in 30 minutes. Okay. Well, that's a surprise to open things up. Okay, well, that's a surprise. I mean, look, I turn on this broadcast, and I never know what's going to happen. It's part of the surprise factor and part of the fun factor with it. So, well, I guess you can go ahead and scratch Kierman off the list there. Let's go back to the tournament tree for a moment. It doesn't show me yet advancing, but there's a closer look at it. It's the top half of the bracket. You can see some of the passes get there, but really the important part's what starts in round 3. So you see the top half of the bracket, and if I do this correctly, you can see the bottom half of the bracket. So Buddha against Lufan, and Lufak against Deadly Buddha. That's the top quadrant of the bracket. Probably easier just to bring the slate back up here for a moment. It really is. Unless you see everything on one screen, which is why I did it that way. So this is the B.E.S.T. It's the series of esports tournaments that Brawlers has been holding since December of last year. And at the moment, I'm in first place as far as the total accrued points. But the important thing is being in the top 32 by the end of the November event, because that's going to determine who will advance to the final 32 in December, and a very big end-of-the-year tournament that Brawlers has planned. So that should be a lot of fun. I've not actually clinched it yet. You can clinch a spot if you win one of these monthly events. Okay. Sorry, in the middle of a broadcast, I had to exterminate a spider. There's always something with the bugs. Anyway, so I have a moment or two to breathe here because I don't have a first round opponent or first round, I should say, round of 16. My opponent had to forfeit. Won't be able to make it in time, so just like that, I've advanced from the round of 16 to the quarterfinals. So I'll face the winner between Jerdemic and Stodds. I don't think I've played Jerdemic before. I believe I've played Stodds, but I think it's been a while and I don't remember offhand, so should be fun. So this was not quite the beginning I expected, but look, I'll take a victory if I can get it. Although I would prefer to actually play the games if possible. But advancing the tournament's an important thing, and that's be what will happen for me here over Kierman. I'm gonna fix the jack for my headset. I plugged in, I only hear one ear. Man, this is not the time for equipment to be malfunctioning. All right, so I'm gonna peek in here. So I'm gonna be advanced for sure. Kind of a weird spot for me here, because I can't hear the audio from just Mike, head of the studio, who's talking right now. But it's one of those, it's through Discord. And if you've ever heard me on this broadcast before, you might have heard me talk about Discord, how much it annoys me at times, and how much it's completely uncooperative at times. So there's no way for me to really listen without being unwieldy, but that was going to be the case regardless. Just because if I'm hearing something else in my headset besides what, if it's distracting, it can be a problem. So, okay, so I've officially advanced on to the next round. Let's see if it reflects that yet on the tournament tree, if I need to do a refresh. As it is, you only see the bottom half. This form here is a bit unwieldy as far as, I'm just glad I can actually use it as a browser source. So there I am, advanced to the quarterfinal round. Thank you, UXWU. Thank you. Thank you for well wishes there. Hype. So it shouldn't take too long for the quarterfinal round to get started, because it's 2 out of 3 as far as the matches go. They tend to go pretty quickly. I did some test matches last night. I was able to find somebody online for an MMR competition. Somebody named ABC, which could be anybody. But so I was able to get a few matches in. The system seems to be running well. Not to jinx it, but obviously that was an encouraging sign. Certainly more so than last Thursday. So it's the quarterfinal round for me without having to actually play a match, just the way it worked. Moonbaz Marty, hello. Greetings and welcome, everybody. This is live coverage of today's Brawlers monthly B.E.S.T tournament event. Series of events building to December of this year, where the top 32 finishers are going to have like this mega event at the end of the year. I don't know the specifics behind it as of yet, other than the more points you have going in, the higher your seeding should be. I was a 5 seed for this tournament, but the seeding is somewhat misleading just because of a number of reasons. Like Lou Fan being up there with a 16 seed, and I consider Lou Fan a better player than myself. I'm not even the best Lou that plays this game. I'm the second best. I think Lou Fac and Lou Fan are both better than me. As far as in head-to-head battles, that's been my experience. It's interesting. You have Buddha, you have Deadly Buddha, also Deadly Diamond, which it gets confusing with the names here. I try. So Deadly against one of the Lous, the other Lou against the other Buddha. So it's interesting as far as that goes. 4 great players up there in that top quadrant. I've advanced to the quarterfinal round, and so for the moment I await my opponent. It's easier to read this on the slate, it really is. Even though I'm already advanced, it's just big letters you can read on one screen, and that's just the nature of the way that tournament bot, or that tourney bot tournaments interface works there. So I've advanced on a walkover past Kierman, and I await the winner between Jerdamic and Stodds in the quarterfinal round. So let's go to the matchups here. Yeah, Buddha against Lou Fan. 2 great players. Lou Fan as a 16 seed. That was a tough pull for Buddha as far as an opponent, because Lou Fan is better than 16. Lou Fac against Deadly. 2 great players. It really helps the rest of the field. The other 2 Lous and the 2 Buddhas are all in their own group, because only one of them can get out, and they're all going to be tough to beat. So there's that. So I'm awaiting the winner between Jerdamic and Stodds. And then I would face that winner out of our quarterfinal matchup. In the semifinals, whoever comes out of that would face whoever comes out between the 2 Buddhas and the 2 other Lous. Yes, we have a 16-person field, and there are 3 people here named Lou. The Rough Riders against the Rough Riders. But It's an anomaly for me because in almost every other aspect of my life when I do anything, I'm almost always the only person named Lou or Lewis or whatever in the group. So it normally isn't an issue. But in this case, it is. I'm getting called Nash like I'm Kevin Nash. But whatever, that's part of it. I mean, it's easy to take the first part of somebody's name and go with it. So I'm going to check in now to make sure I haven't overlooked anything in the Discord because my next opponent's ready. Let's see. So Biggie Brawler advances over Nichols. So the returning Nichols gets bounced by a very tough opponent. Biggie Brawler onto the quarterfinal round. So those are the two results we have now. I've advanced on a walkover past Kierman and Biggie over Nichols. So Biggie, let's talk about the bottom half of the bracket. I had to jettison out of that for a moment to check on things. So Koi Fish against Schnappy is interesting. These are all, this is the round of 16. There's not like any weak players in here. There's some talent. You got Koi Fish against Schnappy. The winner of that faces the winner between Just Mike and Patang. Two other solid players. It's tough for Mike because he plays in these tournaments and he hosts and he helps like make sure the different room matchups, everything's okay, making sure. I thought it was a little bit odd though. My opponent was wanting to play like ahead of time. Like, no. Luckily I didn't have to say anything because Mike was in the room there to make it clear that no, the tournament starts at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Because otherwise that would really be bad. Like, think if I would have played that ahead of time and lost. Then I'm having, I mean, it's very pro wrestling that the fabulous Freebirds managed to have a negative 1 week title reign. It's pro wrestling. Weird things can happen. But in this case, I think things are under control. So I've advanced past Kierman. Now I await the winner between Jervik and Stodds. So again, let's talk about the bottom half of the bracket. Koi Fish against Schnappy. As I said, two solid players there. Koi Fish, if I'm not mistaken, knocked me out of... It starts to run together after what was the last tournament and the last best event, which it might have been, or maybe one of the Blue Mint tournaments. But I know Koi Fish has had success against me. There's some good players in here. This is the top 16. So Koi Fish against Schnappy. Winner of that gets the winner between Just Mike and Patang. And then Biggie Brawler has advanced over Nichols. Nichols was part of that. I wish I had like that entire day of broadcasting recorded from the Tyranno Studios Twitch channel. Because I won an epic Colt swagged brawler on Nicholas's show, and then I gave it away on my show. I've got my show recorded, and it's not online anywhere that I know of because it aired on Tyranno's channel and it was not archived. But so I don't have the Nichols show and I don't have anything else from there, but I've got my stuff, so there's that. Okay, let me peek back in over here. I know I've got just a solid screen up, but if I pull the screen down, you see this. So, I mean, you can see I've advanced. I guess I can look at this for a second and say, well, that's not going to work. Let's try this. Helps if I click on the proper thing. Don't hit delete. Okay. So you can see Biggie has advanced and I've advanced. And for the moment, we wait. So let's bring the slate back up. It really is easier to... I mean, I can... If you want to see what this... I assure you it's easier this way. So, Koi Fish against Schnappy in that bottom half. Looking below, you see where it says Kierman against NashvilleLou, and I've advanced. So I'll face the winner between Jervik and Stodds. But then below my name is the bottom half. So you got Koi Fish against Schnappy. Winner of that faces the winner between Just Mike and Patang. Biggie over Nichols. Or I'm going to feel terrible if it's like Nicholas. But I heard it pronounced Nichols when I was like going into my broadcast back in December. The one I was just talking about. So that's kind of what I'm stuck with. If I have it wrong, I'll correct it for the future. And then, so I noted Biggie over Nichols, and then Biggie awaits the winner between Brichter and Krish, which is very interesting to me. Brichter's a great player. It would be a great story if somehow I made the final and faced Brichter there, but that's going to be a tough road just because there's so many great players. Because Brichter and I have been trying to play. We were supposed to play at one point in a Blue Mint tournament, but then Brichter had something that came up, like real life stuff, like with I've got to help his child get ready for bed. But, stuff's like, okay, this is more important than a game, doing your parental duties. So anyway, so we've been trying to match up, trying to meet up as far as to face off, and maybe the tournament today will be the place. We shall see. I'm on to the quarterfinals. So I've made it that far. Let me peek back in. Let's see. Okay, nothing yet as far as additional results go. I'll bring the slate back down. I'll show you. I mean, you can see. in a lot of those cases with those first round matchups, in many cases those are just walkovers or people that signed up and then, for whatever reason, didn't end up being able to participate. So you see where it says round 4 up there at the top. That's the quarterfinal round. You're seeing the top half of the bracket right now on your screen. And so I've advanced to the quarterfinals, and it shouldn't be too long now until I get my opponent for the next round, and we'll be ready to go with some live player versus player competition. Even if I lose at some point, there'll be at least one more consolation round match. So at minimum, I'll have at least 3 matches for you here today in this broadcast. It's interesting to me as well because there's the all-in major pro wrestling event going on today in London, England, at Wembley Stadium, 80,000 plus. Just amazing. Absolutely amazing what Tony Khan has done with that company. Anyway, so I've got the pay-per-view ordered. I think the 0 Hour show might be on right now, but I'm kind of in tournament mode right now. So, but I had to make sure the pay-per-view is ordered, and I've got it where if I have to miss something because of the tournament, there's this lovely thing called a DVR, and I can catch up. But the moment, my concentration is here on this tournament. So let me go ahead and bring the slate back up, because again, it's unwieldy trying to read. You can't fit all the names on one screen, at least with that setup there. Right. So I'm letting Bricker know about what I've already told you earlier about how my opponent wasn't able to get home from church in time. And that ended up being, unfortunately for my opponent, resulting in being bounced from the tournament. But silver lining for my opponent there, Kierman, is that, at least in theory, he should be home in time to participate in a consolation round game. So at least there's something to be gained out of it. So I've at least clinched a top 8 spot in this tournament. I might not be the number 1 placeholder as far as the top 32 in the best events going into December goes, because that's a very narrow lead I have at this point. Remember, I haven't won any of these. I have 2 second place finishes, 3 thirds, but I don't have any firsts. Not in this one. I've won multiple tournaments for Brawlers, but that's been over on Blue Mint. This is a different level of competition. This is the kind of game I couldn't live stream this without a delay. I'm on a 90-second delay. I'll try to make that as clear as possible throughout the broadcast. That's not the norm for me, but you have to do that with Brawlers. Otherwise, you're not going to win a tournament. Somebody's going to pull up your feed and use it against you. Look, you're putting it out there. That's on you, right? So I tried it with 60 seconds in test runs many months ago. Wasn't enough time. I watched Average Casual Gamer. I really enjoy ACG's work. Tuesdays and Thursdays, midnight Eastern, 0400 UTC, Average Casual Gamer. In fact, I can do a shout out, can't I? Although before I start doing shout outs, let me look at the Tyranno chat to make sure I don't have anything I'm overlooking at the moment. So I've advanced past Kieran, and Biggie beat Nichols. Those are the only 2 results thus far from the quarterfinals, or for the round of 16, excuse me, for people that have advanced to the quarterfinal round. And there's the top half of the bracket, and thus far, I'm the only one from that group that has advanced. The other matches are going on right now. There we go. OBS Studio, my old friend. And by friend, I mean, it's a back and forth. But again, OBS Studio is free to use, so who am I to complain about that? So bottom half of the bracket now, you're starting to see a little bit more information there. Let me pull up on this screen so I can actually read it. Oh, it's always something. I always got to jump to this extra hoop or two, but worth it. Okay, so Koi Fish has advanced over Snappy, winning 2-0. So bottom half of the bracket, Koi Fish awaits the winner between Just Mike and Patang, while Biggie Brawler is advanced, awaiting the winner between Brichter and Krish. It's interesting with Krish. I've played Krish several times, but they've been just MMR matches that haven't been recorded. It's been more recent stuff, so wasn't any game film to provide to Brichter to give the info for Krish, but some good players in here. You make it this far, unless you were very fortunate like me and get some walkovers, you're going to have some talent. And the people in here, by and large, I know because I've played nearly all of them, have the talent. So it makes for an interesting matchup. So we have, thus far, the only 3 that have advanced are myself playing as NashvilleLou. I'm the 5 seed. Koi Fish is the 2 seed. Advanced over 15 seed Snappy. 3 seed Biggie Brawler. Advanced over Nichols, who is... Because Nichols hasn't played in a long time. It's down like it's a 51 seed. Again, some of these lower seedings, it's... Look, I've had some rough draws as far as like, oh man. I got the tougher opponents here early and later. But in this case, I had walkovers. I've been very fortunate. But that could end here, and probably will. The quarterfinal round, I hope you have opponents ready to go. So I'll finish no worse than top 8 for this event. And for the moment, I await the winner between Jermic and Stodds. I'll peek back in. Oh, let me... on. Okay. Nothing further as far as results go. I'll bring the slate back up. So this is NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition, playing Brawlers. This is the August 2023 B.E.S.T event. Series of esports tournaments. If you win one of these monthly events, you get an automatic bid to the big end of the year event in December. That's going to be taking place. 32 people will be in on that. I haven't won one of these tournaments yet, so I haven't technically clinched a spot, but it's mathematically impossible for me to not make it. But I would like to win, and obviously it'd be nice to go in as the #1 seed if I can. There's this tournament. I mean, we're getting fewer and fewer remaining. Of this one and the 3 more to go. September, October, November. That's it. And then from there, because you go back to December of last year was the first one. So it's December of last year through November of this year to build to this upcoming December and the big event at the end of the year. And that should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what that's going to entail. And hopefully I'll be as high as possible of a C. I'd love to go in with at least one of these monthly tournament event wins. But you have to earn it. And I haven't earned it yet, have I? But I have advanced on to the quarterfinal round. I was lucky enough against Kieran to get a walkover, so I've advanced. Biggie Brawlers advanced over Nichols. It's easier to show you the slate because it's just all the matchups there. And like the winner between line 1 faces the winner between line 2. Kind of get the idea. It's more legible than when I do this. You're only getting half of the field. Maybe I could who knows? The fact that I can use this as a browser source is enough to make me at least happy for now. At least I can get that information up there. Well, speaking of information, update. So now, okay, let me take a look here. So I'm taking on Stodds. Hello. So Stodds is going to be my opponent. All right. I'll bring the slate back up for a moment. So Stodds, victorious over Jermic. I'll take on Stodds here in just a couple of moments here in the quarterfinals. Hello, Rexy. Greetings and welcome. Hello, everyone. This is NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. I'm your host, Lou Pickney, playing in the August 2023 Brawlers B.E.S.T tournament event. So, check back over here. I'm ready if you are. Have a code. All set. Okay, break beforehand. 9-2. I mean, I've been sitting here. Stars just played, so I don't want to put anybody on the spot as far as being like, go, go, go. But I do want to get the show on the road here. We are here in the quarterfinal round, playing Brawlers. This game is so much fun. And despite being a wrestling-themed game, it really has nothing to do with wrestling. It's a brilliant strategy game. Hard strategy game. Got a deck of 32, numbers 1 through 8, 4 of each number. And it gets very intense at times. It's a lot of fun. The matches go relatively quickly, usually. And you're playing your opponent, essentially, as far as what you're trying to figure out what they're doing versus what. Okay, bring the slate down. They've added a little bit to the lighting with this version 1.5.19. I'm really happy they finally launch a launcher, as it is, where when there's a new update, that way people aren't having to go and download things over and over. It does it for you. It's a lot easier. And it's very much encouraging signs as far as what the future holds with this game. I got the code. Thank you. So here we go. This is going to be best 2 out of 3. This quarterfinal round matchup. I guess I can real quick go ahead and bring the tournament tree back up and say, taking on Stods. Again, I'm broadcasting on a 90-second delay to deter stream sniping. Hype. All right. They added this new animation here to the beginning. There's not any audio. I really wish there was, because sometimes I'll have this going, just sitting in the queue waiting for an opponent. And if I could have a little audio at the beginning, this is like the load. This is a brand new thing they've added here. It's I was taken aback last night when I was playing those MMR matches. Like, well, what is this? See, there is audio in the game. I have to turn it down. So it's a hot crowd. I'm getting the connecting message, which is not at all what I wanted to start this off with. Oh, okay. No connecting message. Here we go. All right. Okay, each start with 3 cards. Let's go with the Yee Special. 3-8. This will beat any flex. Flexing where your setup card is higher than your slam. It works as a push when we on the round, as my opponent has the 3s, the setup card. Let's go bet a 1, try and prevent a fold. I'd rather do that than chase a higher. Well, sometimes your opponent does the work for you. It could be a tie for the round. Let's see. Bet a 3. 3-4. Okay. So I'll win the round. 3 points of damage delivered. Winning with a 3 played. Boost my power meter from a 1 to a 4. Remember to get that boost if you win with a 3 or a 1 played. And a given round of Brawlers. Round 2. I lead 25-22. I'll throw out a 4-1 flex, but I'll probably fold it. 4 against a 4, I will fold it. Protect that power meter. So I'll have an extra card for the next round thanks to the full bet a 3 from my opponent. Stods with a 4-8. It's a good thing I didn't go there with a 4-7. That would not have ended well for me. 24-22, I have the lead. Stods has a power meter of 2, a 1-point boost for winning the round. But you see the difference between winning the round with a 3 played versus not a 3 or a 1 played. That difference in the power meter. Now let's bring some heat. 7-7. Against a 7. Let's go bet of 2 and see what happens. Bet a 3, okay. If it's 7-8, I'm taking 6 points of damage and it resets my power meter. That's the risk. If it's 7-7, we tie the round, but I'm still dishing out a lot more damage than I'm taking. 7-8, my goodness. Stods. With 8 is the slam card back-to-back hands. It resets my power meter. 1-point boost to the power meter for Stods, who leads 22-18. 3 cards for Stods, 4 cards for me. All right, let's go 5-1. Flex. Against a 2, likely a fold to discard. Get to 4 cards, which is what I wanted to see. Bet of 2. Fold, all right. So I'll deliver 2 points of damage. That's not the important part. Winning with a 1 played. Boost my power meter from a 1 to a 4. So 20-18. Stods has the lead, but I have the higher power meter. We each have 4 cards now. Stods, thanks to the fold. Now at 4. Different here with this higher power meter going 3-8. But okay, if it's 5-7 or 5-8, I'd lose the round. 5-6, it'd be a push and would reset my power meter. Let's go bet a 3. Bet a 3, okay. We tie the round. 12 points of damage that way. I'll take 9 points of damage, so I'll lead 9-8. We'll each have 4 cards. We'll each have a power meter of 1. Heading to round number 6. This is match number 1, best 2 out of 3, quarterfinal matchup. Taking on Stods. It's funny, we end up with a mirror match. Both of us independently choosing the kicking ass swagged version of Rusty Klutz. And for once, I don't have a championship belt, so we can't differentiate that way. It's a stunned silence like Undertaker versus Undertaker at SummerSlam 94. 6-7. Let's go strong. Against a 5, it would be a push. Against 5-8, I would beat anything else. Bet a 2. Fold. Okay. So just 1 point of damage. Like a 9-7 lead. My power meter moves to 2. By folding, Stods gets an extra card for round 7. 5 cards for Stods, 4 cards for me. I'll lead 9-7 with a power meter of 2. Let's just throw out a 2-4. I'll fold this. Probably. Just a 6. Well, that could be a flex. I'm not going to press it. Bet a 3. Stods, 6 showing. 6-7. Not a flex. Stods playing tight. 8-7. I've got the lead, but we each have a power meter of 2. Thanks to the fold, now we both have 5 cards for round number 8. Five and 5. Against a 6. I'll fold and get to 6 cards for the next round. Bet a 3. Stods, 6 showing. Power meter of 2. 6-8. So Stods takes a 7-6 lead. Power meter of 3 for Stods. If Stods were to flex and I were to fold, that would be the match. Round 9. 7-8. 5 cards for Stods, 6 cards for me. Against a 1. Probably a fold. Let's go bet of 1. See if maybe Stods will come in on it. Fold. Okay. 2 points of damage delivered. I'll retake the lead 6-5. What a battle here in match number 1 of our best 2 out of 3 falls quarterfinal matchup. I'm taking on Stods. Playing as NashvilleLou here on NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. All right. 7-8. Bring the heat. Against a 6, bet of 2. If I get called or it's a bet of 2 or 3 by Stods, I'll win the match. Bet of 3, I'm going to win match number 1 right now. With 7-8, it's going to beat 6 in anything. 6 and 6, that's the match. So I take a 1-0 lead here over Stods in this best 2 out of 3 falls battle in the quarterfinals. And fittingly, the ice-cold stunner. Ice-cold stunner. So the battle of the kicking ass swag Rusties. It's my Rusty that gets the nod. All right. So good game, Stods. I lead 1-0 here in this quarterfinal round. Bring the tournament tree back up for a moment. So I have the tournament tree brought up. I was sending a note to Stods there as we get ready for match number 2. So this is interesting. So Buddha beat Lou Fan 2-1. And Deadly Diamond Buddha beat Lou Fack 2-1. So the other two Lou's are out. And it's the battle of the Buddhas. Deadly Diamond Buddha versus Buddha. Of course, I'm taking on Stodds. I'll lead 1-0 in the quarterfinals. The bottom part, Koi Fish against Just Mike, and Biggie Brawler awaits the winner between Brichter and Krish. That's where we are right now. So I'm waiting to hear back from Stodds saying I'm ready whenever you are for match number 2. And so we'll get to that in a moment here. I lead 1-0 in the quarterfinals of today's August 2023 B.E.S.T. tournament event for Brawlers. Trying to get my first actual outright victory in a monthly best event. 2 second place finishes, 3 thirds, but not a first for me yet. So it's Buddha against Deadly Diamond Buddha, and the other quarterfinal in this top half of the bracket. So whether I advance or it's Stodds winning 2 in a row to beat me, whoever comes out from this will face the winner between Deadly Diamond Buddha and Buddha. I'll bring the slate back up for a moment. So I advanced on a walkover. Tough one there for Kierman, who thought he could make it home in time to play, but couldn't. And so I had to forfeit. I got a walkover. I lead Stodds, who beat Jurdomic. I lead Stodds 1-0, but it's best 2 out of 3 here in the quarterfinal round. Let me look back in. Got the code. Thank you. Got the code from Stodds. We'll be going back to it here in just a moment. I'll switch my loadout. I'll use the face paint and tassels version of Rusty. Because once they switch this, they're pretty soon going to be switching it up to having the in-game assets you actually own being what you can play with. Right now, it's like a big sampler pack. It's great for people that don't have much as far as the assets go. But those Rusties are hard to come by, so I'm getting my use out of them now while I can. Especially because Rusty looks kind of weird with the title belt with some of those costumes, because he's got that larger midsection. Anyway. And point is, so a lot of those I didn't use during the past few months because I've had a title belt. Not a complaint. But now that I don't, it's a chance to have a little bit more variety with some brawlers that I won't be able to likely to use much in the future. Okay. Connect code with Stodds. And again, I really wish they would have some sort of audio for this part. It's because I have my back to the television. I bought a wireless mouse so I can keep re-entering this 90-second queue. It really annoys me that it kicks you out of the queue, but that's not something I can control. So instead, because it was just enough a hassle, I have to get up. It's like Desmond on Lost having to keep typing in that code. If you know that show at all, you know what I'm talking about. Desmond and Penny was the real love story of that show, by the way. Anyway, let's hope we get a connection here. We've got a black screen. We're live, pal. So here we go, taking on Stodds. Stodds kept the kicking ass swag version of Rusty. I switched out for the face paint and tassels variety. Okay. Let's start with a 3-4. Best I have. So we'll go with it. Against a 1. Okay, be a push against 1-6. I would lose to 1-7 or 1-8. Beat anything else. Bet of 1. Fold. Stodds laying it down. 1 point of damage delivered. 25-24. So we've got the early lead. Power meter of 4. A big boost you get for winning with a 1 or a 3 played. I lead Stodds 1-0 in this best of 3 quarterfinal. This time I'll go 2-4, likely to fold. I got that power meter to protect. Now Stodds knows that and has 4 cards. This could be a flex. Could be a lot of things here. Stodds played very tight in round 1. Not necessarily indicative of what's going to happen here in round 2. I'll fold though. And be at 4 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, 6 showing. 6-7, not a flex. Stodds continue to play it tight. There's some strong cards. Luckily for me, I folded. We're tied at 24. Off the fold, I'll have 4 cards just like Stodds has. Power meter of 4 for me. Power meter 2 for Stodds. Round 3. Play a 6-1. Against a 6, I'll fold. Be at 5 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, Stodds. 6 showing. Power meter 2. 6-8. Folding was the right decision there, it turns out. Stodds high cards there, but it's the power meter that determines the damage dealt out. 24-22, Stodds with the lead, a power meter of 3. 4 cards for Stodds, 5 cards for me. Let's try it again. 6-1. Oh my goodness, it gets another 6. Not gonna chance it, I'm gonna fold. So I'll be at 6 cards for the next round. Bet of 3, Stodds, 6 showing, power meter of 3. 6-8. Weird feeling of deja vu. 24-19. Stodds with 4 cards. I'm now at 6. We each have a power meter of 4 for round number 5. All right, 6-7. I thought about a flex, decided against it. Against a 1. Probably be a fold. Go bet of 1, see if I can reset that power meter. Nope, fold. All right. Should have flexed. Could have gone 6-3. Oh well. That's hindsight, right? 20-19. Stodds has the lead. Got a 1-point boost to my power meter. So I've got a power meter of 5 with 6 cards. My folding Stodds is now to 5 cards. The power meter of 4. Well. 3-4. Against a 6. I'm going to fold and discard everything. That's an option you have in Brawlers when you get to that point of having 6 cards in a match. But you have to move quickly. You don't get extra time for this, you noticed. Bet of 3, Stodds, 6 showing, power meter of 4. 6-8. Stodds, high cards there. 20-15. Stodds with the lead. Now we each have a power meter of 5. But I get 6 fresh cards coming in here for round number 7. 5 cards for Stodds. Let's go 6-1 flex. I can fold and discard everything if it feels dicey. I lead 1-0 in this quarterfinal round against a 2. Hopefully it's a fold. We'll go bet a 3. Really discourage it because if that's a call and I'm not flexing, that's the match and I win. Or no, it wouldn't be. Actually, that's the opposite is true. Let's go bet a 2. I fold. I was doing the math backward in my head. That would have been bad if it could have gone another way there. Instead, steal justice. $15-10. I have the lead. A power meter 8 off the flex. 6 cards for me. 6 cards for Stodds off the fold. Even if Stodds were to flex and I fold, I'll still have 5 health points left. I'll roll a 4-3 flex for the win. I'm going to fold this. 7, fold. Like if that had been a 2 opposite me, maybe I would have tried it, but not there. 7-8. Get out of the way of that. So we're tied at 10. I lead Stodds 1-0 in this best of 3 quarterfinal matchup. I've got a power meter of 8. Stodds has a power meter of 6. We're both in a spot. If one of us flexed and the other folded, that would be the match. So guess what? 8-4. It's the 6. Bet a 3. If Stodds folds, I win the match and advance in the tournament. Bet a 3. 6-7. Well, so much for that idea. We're tied at 1. Stodds wins match number 2. My goodness. And the flower. That's the match. Good game, Stodds. So we're tied at 1 in this best of 3 quarterfinal. All right, so Stodds is going to need a moment. Which is a-okay, because I can bring the tournament tree back up. So as you can see, you got Deadly Diamond Buddha against Buddha. I'm taking on Stodds, where I led 1-0, and now we're tied at 1 in this best of 3 quarterfinal round. Bottom half of the bracket. Boyfish against Schnappy. And it'll be just Mike against Brichter. Brichter advancing 2-1 over Krish. Congratulations to Brichter. Congratulations to everybody who made it to the quarterfinals. There's the full list. So I had the walkover over Kierman, made the quarterfinals, won match number 1, lost match number 2 against Stodds. So Stodds and I are about to battle here in match number 3 of 3. I'm giving Stodds a minute to get situated. Oh, actually, give me a minute to check something as well on my television. Got the all-in AEW pay-per-view. This is like my last, like, truly free. I guess there's next weekend with Labor Day, American Labor Day. I'm trying to make sure this is actually going to record the show it's supposed to record. Like, come on. Timer creation fail. Always something with this. Oh my. Okay, we'll have to check on that in a minute. All right, so taking on Stodds. We'll be back in a moment or two here with this third one. Not like I'm going to break. I'm just saying, okay, let's bring the slate down. I'll show you this. This is the, right now, you notice how it's all the legendary foil Rusties? Because everybody has the same assets they can use right now in game. Oh, I didn't hit the save button. Let them know that's the one I want. I like these new card backs. They're new for last month, but I don't think I've seen them in game, or I haven't used them certainly. It's funny because it almost reminds me of like how you can, like I could have one of my own, or I could have like a Deadly Buddha Metaverse champion. Or a Lou fan. You can use some of the other people's in here. It's kind of fun. These are the new ones for this past month. And it's got the winners, or the top 3. Not me, that's a Lou fan. All right, let me check in over here to see. There we got the code from Stodds. Thank you. All right. So here we go. Double check over here, make sure I don't have like the slate up or have myself muted or something. Here we go. Again, I really wish they had some audio for this. I also don't know why it's just Barry Greenhorn posing, but it's something new and different. And look, if this helps the match to get connected better, maybe doing backflips for all I care. It would just be nice to have a little bit of audio, even just a little bit, just to know that, okay, a match is going to get started. Because as I noted, sometimes I'm looking for MMR opponents and it's just having to re-enter those cues. That crowd noise. If we had that at the beginning, it would help. But just an idea. Anyway, here we go. Taking on Stodds. Match 3 of 3 in the quarterfinal round. The winner advances, the loser's out. So this seems to be new as far as the way like the match starts, which is a good thing, I think. Okay, let's see. Well, I wonder if I'd fold Stodds with a 7-1. I'm not going to try it, though. 4-7. 4 against a 4. I'd lose to 4-8. 4-7 to be a push. I'd beat anything else. Bet a 1. Bet a 3 Stodds. I'll call it. 4-6. All right. So I take an early 25-22 lead. Power meter or 2 as we head to round 2, each with 3 cards. The winner of this match advances to the semis. The loser out. Heading to the consolation round. Round 2. Let's try it. 7-1. Against a 5. Bet a 3. Hope that Stodds folds. Uh-oh, bet a 3. My flex got called. Yikes. Oh, was it a flex against a flex? Are you kidding me? What happened there? Oh, that's highly unusual. What a twist. My combined 8 points, better than combined 7 points there. I outflexed Stodds. Why would you? I guess that was just hoping that would fold. Because it wasn't like it was a call. It was just a bet a 3 outright, wasn't it? Wow, okay. 25-16. I've got a power meter of 5. I'll just play a 4-1. Unless it's a 2, I'll probably fold it. I mean, maybe I'll stick around if it's a 2, but that's a huge risk to take. Fold. Bet a 3, Stodds, 7 showing. 7-2 flex. Interesting. 23-16. By folding, I protected my power meter of 5. I'll get an extra card for the next round. 3 cards for Stodds, 4 cards for me. Well, 3 cards over there. Let's go 6-8. Against a 3. Bet of 1. Prevent the fold. Let's see if I can. Fold, okay. 5 points of damage. I lead 23-11. 4 cards off the fold for Stodds. 4 cards for me. Power meter of 6 for me. Stodds has a power meter of 2. Round 5. Well, go with it. 7-8. Against a 4. Bet of 2 if I get called here. Or it's a bet of 2 or 3 by Stodds. That's the match and I win. Bet of 2. Bet of 3. I'm going to advance in the tournament and win the match right here. My goodness. 7-8 beats the 4-6. That's the match. All right. So good game, Stodds. Got the win there. I'm not sure what happened on that 7-1 beating of 5-2. That's unusual. You never know in Brawlers. All right, good game, Stodds. All right, so, okay. So I'm on to the semifinal round. I've clinched a top 4 finish now. All right, so let's see the tournament tree. That's the bottom half. So that's information I was able to pass along there shortly before. Right. Stott says, either you're a mind reader or you have a camera in my room. LOL, no. Got lucky there in round 3. Remember, Stodds had that big call. I bet 8-1. And if Stodds would have folded, that would have been the match in match number 2, and I would have advanced. Instead, Stodds called it, won the match. We had that third match just now, was lucky enough to get the win. So I've advanced to the semifinals of today's August 2023 B.E.S.T tournament event. I'm taking on Buddha. Wow, here we go. All right, so now you're looking at the bottom part of the screen right now as you hear this. Let me scroll up. You see it right there. So we both won 2-1. It's a little different in the semifinal round because you're talking, instead of best of 3, it's now best of 5. That's Buddha if needs a break. If not, that's fine too. So let's see. That's from Brichter. Okay. Okay, Buddhists need a 5-minute break. No problem. So I'll go ahead and take a quick break as well. So I'll be taking on Buddha here in just a moment. Quick timeout, back in just a couple of moments with more of this Brawlers August 2023 event. I'm in the semifinal round. I'll be taking on Buddha. It's best 3 out of 5 in the semifinals and finals. So we'll have that to enjoy here in just a few moments. Stay tuned. All right, coming back from break. Got the code from Buddha, and we'll get connected here in just a moment. Sorry, I'm having to deal with some issues with my television there. It's always something. All right. Taking on Buddha. I've got the code. We'll get things going here in just a second. Here we go. This is match number 1. It's best 3 out of 5 in the semifinal round. Buddha is a very good player. This will not be easy. And I don't have this muted as the end game for whatever reason. That part doesn't have the audio. But this does. So taking on Buddha there in the Road Warrior style. Or Georgia Bulldog student section style now. Red shoulder pads with the black spikes. Let's go 3-8 with a Yee special. Nice way to start round 1. Against a 2, so I've got the round for sure. A bet of 1. Pulled by Buddha. 25-24. I have the early lead. The big part there for me was winning with a 3 played, because that boosts my power meter from a 1 to a 4. 4 cards for Buddha, 3 cards for me, round 2. And go 6-7. It's to 4. Bet of 2. Let's see what Buddha does. Pulled. Okay. So I'll deliver 4 points of damage, take a 25-20 lead, but Buddha off the fold now at 5 cards, only have 3. Heading to round number 3. I'll play a 6-1, but I'll probably fold it. Against a 7, I will. So I'll have 4 cards for the next round. Bet of 2 Buddha, 7 showing. Seven, 8. 1 point of damage. 24-20. I have the lead. Now 4 cards off the fold with a power meter of 5. For winning the round, Buddha goes from a power meter of 1 to 2. But again, the high cards, and yet only 1 point of damage because the power meter is what determines the damage dealt out in a given round of Brawlers. Round 4, 5 cards Buddha, 4 cards me. Play a 3-4 against a 6. Wonder if Buddha's flexing here. I'm gonna fold. 5 cards for the next round. Bet a 3 Buddha, 6 showing. Six, 7. Wow. Well, I didn't press that, huh? 22-20. I have the lead on Buddha, but Buddha now with a power meter of 3. Off the fold, I'm now at 5 cards for round 5. Six, 1 flex. Against a 5. Got that power meter to protect, but I don't want to turtle up either, but I will fold. Bet of 1 Buddha, 5 showing. Five, 8. 3 points of damage. $20-19. Buddha has the lead, but I protected my power meter. Now I'm at 6 cards. Buddha has 5. Play a 5-3 flex. I'll probably fold and discard everything. Against a 7, I will. So I get 6 fresh cards for the next round, but Buddha with a 7 showing, at least 4 points of damage will be delivered. Is it a flex? That would be worse. 7-8, not a flex. Buddha. 20-15, the lead for Buddha. This is match number 1, best 3 out of 5, semifinal round.
Oh my.
The Brawlers, August 2023 B.E.S.T tournament event. All right, the fresh cards are in. 5 cards for Buddha, 6 cards for me. Flex here be wild, wouldn't it? 6-8. Thought about it. Against a 4. A bet of 1. Let's see if I can catch Buddha on at least a bet of 1. Probably a fold. I'd love to reset that power meter, but that's a bit of a tall order there. Fold. Okay. So I should have flexed after all, as it turns out. But 5 points of damage delivered. We're tied at 15. Boost my power meter to a 6. By folding, Buddha's now at 6 cards, just like I am, here in round 8. Play a 6-3. I could fold and discard everything. Against a 7, I will. So I'll get 6 fresh cards for the next round. Although I'll trail. It'll either be 15-10 or 15-5. Double fold. Oh my goodness, a double fold. So we both get 6 fresh cards here for round 9. This is tournament play here in Brawlers. Look at this. I think I should. 8-8. Against a 6. Sell it big with a bet of 3. Probably a full discard here for Buddha, but maybe not. Fold. All right. 6 points of damage. I take a 15-9 lead. Boost my power meter to a 7. On the flip side, Buddha now off of the fold will have 6 or as many as 6 fresh cards. Maybe holding on to extras over here. Who knows? It doesn't show you how many cards an opponent holds back on a full discard. Round 10. I'll probably fold and discard everything. I'll play a 6-5. This would get me the win if I went in with it and Buddha folded. But Buddha's folded a couple times here. Okay, against a 6, I'm not going to chance it. Let's fold, discard, get 6 fresh cards, get at least 1 more shot at it here. Round, bet of 1 Buddha, 6 showing. 6-8. So I avoided the bet of 1 trap. 10-9 is my lead. Power meter 6 for Buddha, mine's at 7. Round number 11 here. Match 1, best 3 out of 5 semifinal round. 6-4 flex. Against a 5. Sell it big, bet a 3. If Buddha folds, I win match number 1. If I get called and it's not a flex by Buddha, Buddha wins round 1. That's what happens here. Bet of 1 Buddha. Bet a 3. Uh-oh. Well, so much for that idea. 5-7. Wow, I'm surprised Buddha went in with a 5-7 there. But that's the match. Buddha wins match number 1. All right. Well, congratulations, Buddha. Victorious there in match number 1. But remember, in this semifinal round, it's best 3 out of 5. I told you Buddha's tough. Buddha's really tough. All right. Use the Wrestling Royalty swag. Rusty. Hello, Deadly. Hello. All right. So Mike Rubinelli says he's going to tune in. So hello to Mike. Hello to everybody watching here. Okay, so Jurtmik was actually Jury. Okay. Reading through the names here. I'm trying to catch up with chat from the last however many minutes. All right. So let me go back to the actual chat room here. Hear back from Buddha. Got the code from Buddha. Thank you. Keep in mind that I broadcast on a 90-second delay to deter stream sniping. Again, this is a brand new intro animation that I saw for the first time last night playing a few MMR matches. There's a little bit of audio. Okay. Again, I'm thinking about times where I'll be playing in the future when I'm looking for MMR opponents and it connects with somebody. It would help to have a couple extra seconds head start from an audio standpoint, but that's a minor thing, especially at this point. Bigger fish to fry right now, down 1-0 in this best-of-5 semifinal battle against Buddha. Buddha is really good. Let's start with a 3-7. Against a 6, well, if it's a flex, it's going to beat me here in round 1. That's just how it's going to be. Or I'll beat a flex, otherwise Buddha wins the round. Bet a 3 Buddha. I'm hoping that's a flex by Buddha is what I'm trying to say. 6-8, that's legit. 25-22, Buddha with early lead. 3 cards for Buddha, 3 cards for me, round 2. Let's go with a 5-1 flex, see what we're up against. Against a 6, I'll fold. So I'll be at 4 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, Buddha, 6, showing 6-7. Buddha leads 25-20. Power meter a 3 for Buddha. Off the fold, like an extra card. So 3 cards Buddha, 4 cards me, round 3. In this Brawlers August 2023 best event round, semifinal round, match number 2. Buddha leads 1-0. 6-8. See if I can reset that power meter. Against a 5, bet a 1. Will Buddha come in on it? Yes, that will reset the power meter. 6-8 beats the 5-6. 24-20. The big part, though, resetting that power meter. Gives my power meter a boost to 2. So I trail, but it's 24-20 for round 4. 3 cards Buddha, 4 cards for me. 7-8. Against a 4. Sell it big with a bet of 3. If Buddha goes for a bet of 1, I think call for a bet of 3. Nope, it's just a fold. So I should have flexed as it turned out, but that's hindsight. 2 points of damage delivered, 22-20. Buddha with the lead. 4 cards for Buddha, 4 cards for me for round 5. Let's throw out a 2-2. This would beat any flex, but I'm not gonna challenge, even though like it would beat a 3-1, the darkest of hands, but I'm not gonna press it here. Fold to get to 5 cards for the next round. Bet a 1, Buddha, 3 showing. 3-6, 3-7, 3-8. So the E special, 1 point of damage. But the important thing for that for Buddha is getting the power meter boost from a 1 to a 4 for winning the round with a 3 played. So Buddha with 4 cards off the fold. I have 5. Power meter a 4 for Buddha. Mine's at 3. Buddha leads 1-0 in this best-of-5 semi-final matchup in this Brawlers tournament event. 5-1. Yeah, it was like even hesitant about jumping up there. 5-1 flex. Against a 1. I mean, Buddha might press me on it. We'll see. Bet of 2. Hoping for a fold. Fold. All right. So I'll deliver 6 points of damage with a flex, doubling the damage dealt out by my power meter. Winning with a 1 played boosts my power meter from a 3 to a 6 for the next round. I lead 19-16. Off the fold, Buddha's at 5 cards, just like me. Round 7. Buddha's up 1-0. Here in this best-of-5 semifinal, 5 cards apiece. I just flex, so it'd be very dangerous to do anything too risky. 2-4, just something to throw away here. Against an 8, I'm not gonna easily be a flex, but I'm not gonna challenge. That may be legit though. You've seen 8 up front, hard to know. 2 showing, or 8 showing, bet of 2. Eight and 8. That was legit. 16-15. Buddha has the lead now with a power meter of 5, but thanks to the fold, I protected my power meter of 6, and I get an extra card here for round 8. 5 cards Buddha, 6 cards for me. Seven 3 flex. Against a 5. Bet of 2. Bet of 1 by Buddha. Can call my bet of 2 or fold. It's a call. Wow, that reset my power meter. I'm down to 5 health points. Buddha leads 16 to 5. Power meter is 6 for Buddha, so I'm in a really bad spot. There's a bold play there by Buddha. But it was the right play, as it turns out. It's tough to lay down when you've played 8 as your slam card. I get that. All right, well, down but not out. Let's see. I've got to reset the power meter first and foremost, if at all possible. So 5-7. No, let's go 7-1 instead. Let's do it that way. Last second switch against a 6. Hoping Buddha would protect the power meter and fold here, but maybe not. Bet of 3. If I get called and it's not a flex by Buddha, that's the match. That's what we're looking at here. Bet of 1 Buddha. It's a call. Wow. 6-8. That's the match. Buddha wins. Buddha leads 2-0 in this best of 5. All right, good game, Buddha. So Buddha victorious over me. To take a 2-0 lead, but remember, it's best out of 5 here in the semifinal round. I have rallied from down 2-0 to win a best of 5 semifinal before, so it's not without precedent. But I've never done it against Buddha, who's really good, as you might have noticed there. So it'll be a tough task, but I'll give it my level best here on NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. Quick look at how we got here. The top half of the bracket you see there, where I trailed Buddha 2-0. It's best of 5 for the semifinals. Lucky I didn't catch Buddha earlier, because if that had been best of 3, that would have been it for me if I faced Buddha. And there you see the bottom half. So it's just Mike against Biggie Brawler in one of the semis. And I trail 2-0 in this other semifinal matchup here against Buddha. And Buddha's due for a tournament win. All right, so let's bring the slate up for just a moment. Let me peek back in here at the Discord channel. See if there's anything updated. Not yet. There's the code. Thank you. Perfect timing there by Buddha. And so this won't be easy. Buddha's tough to beat once or twice. Forget 3 in a row. But the only way to do that is to win one at a time. That's what I'll try to do. We'll turn to some voodoo here. Hoodoo Scotty Wide-Eye, that is. We'll see where that gets me. This is the Brawlers August 2023 tournament event, the best tournament series of monthly tournaments. We build towards December. Top 32 get in. And that includes anybody that wins one of these monthly events. Get an automatic bid. And this is a new intro part they put in here that, as of last night, was the first time that I remember seeing it. And you get the little noise there from the fireworks, like Orange Cassidy getting the one streamer or firework or whatever in AEW. So Buddha leads 2-0 in this best of 5 semifinal round matchup. Well, options. 7-8. Starting with the strong stuff. Bet of 1. See if I can keep Buddha from folding. Nope. Buddha got out of that one. 1 point of damage. 25-24. So 4 cards for Buddha, 3 cards for me. 5 and 5. Against a 7. Okay, I'll fold, and that'll put me at 4 cards for the next round. Bet a 2 Buddha, 7 showing. Is it a flex? Not a flex. 7-8. We're tied at 24. We each have 4 cards for round number 3, and we both have a power meter of 2. In this Brawlers semifinal round, match number 3. I have to win 3 in a row if I want to make it to the final. 2 and 2. Against a 1, which is interesting. I'm going to fold. Bet a 3, Buddha, 1 showing. 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bold play by Buddha. Look at that. 24-22 power meter, a 5 for Buddha. What a play. Seven, 8. Against a 1. Bet of 1. Bet of 1. It's going to reset the power meter. It worked. 7, 8 beats the 1, 3. All right. So we're tied at 22. I had to reset that power meter. That was imperative. I did so there. 22 apiece. 4 cards for Buddha. 5 cards for me. Let's go with a 6-1 flex. I might fold it. Against a 4. Bet of 2. Fold. All right. That's going to be 6 points of damage going that way off the flex. Take a 22-16 lead. So I'll have a power meter that'll move from a 3 to a 6 for winning the round with a 1 played. Off the fold, Buddha has 5 cards, just like I do. Six and 6. Let's see what I'm up against here. Against a 5. 5-7 would be a push. I'd win the match if it's anything but 5-8 here. If it's called on a bet of 3. Let's do it. Fold. All right. So I'll deliver 6 points of damage. 22-10. Which Buddha off of the fold will have 6 cards. 5 cards for me. If I flex and Buddha folds, that's the match. There's also that consideration at this point. But Buddha with 10 health points, I mean, if I get my power meter reset, changes things yet again. Six, 7. Against a 5. Bet of 2 if Buddha calls or bets 2 or 3. If we tie the round, I'll win the match. Because it could be 5-8 for Buddha as a fold. Okay. So 7 points of damage delivered. Buddha able to do the full discard thing there, but I take a 22-3 lead. Got a power meter of 8, but really, once your power meter is higher than your opponent's health points,
Oh my.
your power meter could be 1 point higher or 5 points higher. It wouldn't necessarily matter if it's enough where if you win on, if you play and your opponent folds, that's a pretty good spot to be in. At the same time, this is still a, let's go 3 and 3. I'll just fold it. Just a 7 fold. Bet a 3 by Buddha, 7 showing. Seven 1 flex. 2 points of damage, cuts my lead to 20-3. Winning with a 1 play boosts the power meter from 1 to a 4 for Buddha for round number 9. We each have 6 cards. All right, let's play a 5-6. I can fold and discard everything but the 8. Remember, Buddha's played, what, 7-1 there? So this could be like legit run into, there we go. This could be like legit 8 and 8. Maybe it's not, but I'm going to spot here where I can do this. Fold and discard everything except for the 8. Bet a 3, Buddha, 8 showing, power meter of 4. Eight and 8. So my instincts were correct on that one. 16-3. Buddha cuts further into my lead. Boosts the power meter to 5. But I have 5 fresh cards coming in. Can I find something to pair with that 8? I can go 6-8 here. And let's see if this will do it. You can't wait forever looking for that perfect hand. All right. So I'm going to win the match here. Buddha will lead 2-1 as we head to match number 4 of this best of 5 semifinal round. 6-8 beats the 6-3. That's the match. All right. Good game, Buddha. So the Voodoo Hoodoo Scotty, that mojo, pulled me through. So I still trail as far as the semifinal round goes. It's 2-1 Buddha. So I would have to win 2 in a row to advance to the final. A tall order against a great opponent like Buddha, but not impossible. Quick reset. You're watching NashvilleLou Live, Tournament Edition. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. I'm in the semifinal of today's Brawlers August 2023 B.E.S.T tournament event. Taking on Buddha. Buddha leads 2-1. Buddha won matches 1 and 2 in this best-of-5 semi. I just won match 3 moments ago. Thanks to Mike for posting the link to my Twitch stream in the Blockchain Brawlers chat. I appreciate that. I know people want to keep track of what's going on here, even if they're not necessarily in the tournament or if they got knocked out early. All right, got the code from Buddha. Thank you. Make sure I have the proper screen pulled up. No, I didn't. That's why I always double check these things, or try to make an effort to double check these things. I had the slate up. And the technical side of this sometimes bites me if I'm not careful, if I get in a rush. But I do want to be speedy about things. There's that constant push-pull. So I'm taking on Buddha in match number 4 of our best-of-5 semifinal matchup. Buddha leads 2-1. Winner advances to the final. Loser gets to play in the consolation game for 3rd place. Taking on Buddha. Match 4 semifinals. Round 1. 5-6. Against a 5, so I'd lose to 5-7 or 5-8. 5-6 would be a push. I'd beat anything else. Bet of 1. Folds. Interesting. So Buddha folds. 1 point of damage. 25-24. I have the early lead, but Buddha off the fold with 4 cards for round 2. Play a 5-1 flex. I'll probably fold it. Against a 6, I will. So I'll be at 4 cards for the next round. Buddha with a 6 showing. Bet of 3, Buddha. Six, 7. 1 point of damage delivered. We're tied at 24. We'll each have 4 cards for round number 3. That's funny. See what Deadly Buddha wrote in chat here. Only NVL, me, can keep Buddha's beltless streak alive. Again, like I was saying before, Buddha is well due for not just a belt, but an outright championship win. 4-1 flex, but I'll probably fold it. Not exactly the best options over here for this hand. Against a 6, fold. So I'll be at 5 cards for the next round. Buddha bet of 3, 6 showing. Six, 7. 2 points of damage delivered. Buddha takes a 24-22 lead. Buddha leads me 2-1 in this best-of-5 semifinal round matchup. Okay. Well, try it again. Maybe a higher front card will work. 6-1. Flex. Buddha with a slightly higher power meter. I've got more cards than Buddha does, so that might be looking to fold mode here. Let's go bet of 2 and see. Bet of 1 Buddha. It's a call, so that's going to reset my power meter. 5-8. Buddha takes a 24-16 lead. Power meter of 4 for Buddha. Mine gets reset to 1. 4 cards for Buddha, 5 cards for me, round 5. If Buddha wins this match, I'm out of the tournament. Well. 6-1. Against the 6. Bet of 1. Let's see what Buddha does here. I'm just hoping for an outright fold. Fold. All right. Got it. If I went with a bet of 2 and got called, that could have really put me in a precarious spot. So 2 points of damage delivered. I trailed 22-16, but winning with a 1 play boosted my power meter to a 4. Off the fold, Buddha has 5 cards, just like I do. Probably better selection over there in this mess of 2s and 4s. Let's roll it a 5-3 flex, but I'm unlikely to play this. We'll see what I'm up against. Against a 5, I mean, isn't that interesting? But let's not try going heads up again with identical setup cards and a flex. I don't think that'll work back-to-back necessarily. Fold. See, bet a 3 Buddha. Oh my. I folded, Buddha didn't. And that means 8 points of damage to me. Power meter a 7 for Buddha. My goodness. Sometimes that's what it comes down to. Who has the courage to hang in there? 22-8. Buddha leads me 2-1 in this best of 5 semi. So if I can't dig my way out of this, it's going to be good night, goodbye and good night for yours truly. 6-1. I could fold and discard everything. If it's a flex, I'm going to have to here. If it's a flex, that's the match. But, I mean, you see what I'm up against here. Stuff. Buddha bet a 2. 7 showing. Power meter a 7. Seven, 8. Buddha leads 22-1. Power meter of 8 for Buddha. Power meter's not that important though when you're in my spot and like your opponent has a 1. Now this is an interesting mix. I think I'm gonna get challenged though. Like I couldn't just go 8-8 just boldly. Maybe I could. Maybe it'd work. Okay, let's do it. I have to try something here. Feign of desperation. Go bet a 3. And see if Buddha actually calls me. Bet of 1 by Buddha and call my bet of 3 or fold. Call. All right, that's 12 points of damage that way. I'm not as concerned about resetting the power meter because again, I have 1 health point left. But this gives me a possibility here, at least with some life to it, because I've got a power meter of 5, 10 health points for Buddha. Six, 8. Against a 4. Bet of 2. If I get called somehow, then I'll win the match. Cool. Okay. If I'd flexed there, that would have been the match, but I didn't. 5-1. I mean, it's going to come down to this next hand right here, won't it? Round 10. 6-8. Will this be enough? It will. So we're going to go to a, my goodness, what a rally. I can't believe that just happened. Wow. So we're going to go to a 5th and deciding match here in a moment, won't we? 6-8 beats the 5-3. What a rally. All right, so we'll go to a 5th and deciding matchup here in just a moment. My goodness. In this Brawlers August 2023 best tournament event. Buddha and I bringing the best out of each other. 4 hard-fought battles there, including that crazy rally. Wow, okay, but can't get too hung up on it because match 5 awaits. Quick look at the tournament tree, the bottom half of it there. No updates as far as outcomes. There's my top half of it there. So it's Buddha winning matches 1 and 2, then me winning matches 3 and 4. We're going to a 5th and deciding match here in just a moment. My goodness. Never give up in blockchain brawlers, now known as Brawlers. I looked at the title, but I'm so good at this broadcast. They still have it up there. The game has been rebranded as just Brawlers, which is a long overdue, in my opinion, change. Glad to have it. So this is Brawlers, match 5 of 5. I mean, this is about as good as it gets with this game and this tournament against a top-notch opponent. Won't be easy. berries getting up in your grits. Hey, Brichter. It's been exciting. It's been really exciting. Oh, you know, I was thinking about not having anything like on my screen, and there I was with a tournament tree up. I have to triple check these things. It would not be good to have the fifth and deciding match covered by a full screen. Here we go. The winner of this goes to the final. 5-6. Against a 1. Okay, so I've got the round for sure. Bet of 1. Let's see if Buddha comes in. Probably a fold. No, bet of 1. Buddha came in on it. All right. 5-6 beats the 1-2. Match 5 of 5. Semi-final round. Brawlers August 2023 event. 3-7 against a 6. Let's challenge it. Bet a 1. Bet a 3. 6 points of damage that way if it's a flex. If it's not, I take 3 points of damage and it resets my power meter. That's the risk I'm taking here. $6-8. Well, that was legit. 3 points of damage. Resets my power meter. Gives Buddha a 24-22 lead. Power meter 2 for Buddha as we head to round number 3. 3 cards apiece.
Oh my.
$2-4. This would beat any flex, but against a 4, fold, be at 4 cards for the next round. This might be a double fold. I wonder what Buddha's going to do here. I mean, Buddha might hang in, seeing I played a 2. Like, if it's a 4-1 or something, or 4-3. I mean, it could be. Buddha with 3 cards over there. It's, oh, double fold. Get to match 5 of 5. You never know what you're going to face in this game. Even with opponents that have faced each other a ton of times. Buddha and I have gone round and round. It's never easy against Buddha. Round 4. I trail 24-22. Buddha with a slightly higher power meter. 6-3. Flex. No, 6-8. Against a 6. Well, bet a 3. Let's see. Bet a 3. Okay. So worst is the tie for the round. It would reset the power meter for Buddha. 6-8 beats the 6-7. 3 points of damage delivered. I take a 22-21 lead. Power meter a 2 for me. So Buddha with 4 cards. I've got 4 cards. I lead 22-21. 1 point lead. Let's see. I'll throw like a 4-1 flex, but I'll probably fold it. And looking for that setup card for my opponent. 4 against a 4. We've already had a double fold, so I don't know if Buddha would be inclined to do so again. Fold. Yeah, bet a 3. 4 showing. 4-5. Okay, that's fine by me. If I'm going to fold, let it be around where my opponent's not flexing. But it is 1 point of damage delivered. We're tied at 21. We each have a power meter of 2. 4 cards for Buddha, and off the fold, 5 cards for me for round 6. $6-3 flex. 6 against a 6. Bet of 1. Let's see if Buddha will fold maybe here. Maybe I'll get lucky. No, bet of 3. Okay, let's fold. Get to 6 cards for the next round. 6-7. So I made the correct decision to fold as it turned out. Buddha takes a 21-19 lead. This is match 5 of 5. Semi-final round. Winner advances to the final. $6-8. Against a 3. Let's reset that power meter. Bet a 1. Bet a 1. All right. 6-8 beats the 3-4. It resets the power meter for Buddha. Delivers 2 points of damage, boosts my power meter to a 3. We're tied at 19. 4 cards for Buddha, 6 cards for me. Round 8. $7-8. goodness. The 3. Bet a 3. Fold. Okay. So good fold there by Buddha. 3 points of damage delivered. 19-16. I take the lead, but Buddha off the fold now with 5 cards. I still have 6 here for round number 9. Something real zany, like a 4-3 flex, but I'll probably fold it. I will fold it against the 6. Keep the 7. Get rid of the rest. Bet a 3, Buddha. 6 showing. 6-3 flex. It was a well-timed flex by Buddha. Cuts my lead to 17-16. Power meter boost from a 1 to a 4 for winning with a 3 played. A well-timed flex by Buddha. Seven, 8. Well now, 7 against the 7. Let's go bet of 2. Bet of 3, okay. At worst, it's a push. It's not a push. That was a flex. That's 12 points of damage that way. I take a 17-4 lead. It's going to boost my power meter to a 5. This is match 5 of 5 in the semifinal round. I trailed 2-0 in the best of 5. I was down to 1 health point in the last match, and look at this. Unless Buddha's got 8-8, I'm going to the finals. Going to the finals. My goodness. Sometimes you get the breaks in this game. Wow. Wow, typing to Buddha there in chat. I got super lucky there at the end. My goodness. So I was down 2-0. So I've done it again. This is not the first time this has happened in one of these tournaments for me. I think it was against Alea at one point. So this is going to be my 3rd appearance in the finals. Now, I've never won one of these tournaments, one of these best events. So at worst, I'm going to have a 2nd place finish. I already got 2 of those. Let's bring the slate back up. I'll show you what I mean. See those 2 belts up there? Those World Championship belts, those you get those for 2nd place finishes. 1st place gets the Metaverse Championship belt. So that's what I'm going to be battling for here in just a couple moments. Let's find out. Wow, okay. I'm playing Biggie. So I've got Biggie in the finals. Just Mike's going to take on Buddha. So good luck to both of the competitors in the consolation round matchup. Wow. So, I mean, you see why I have so much respect for Buddha. What a great opponent. Had me up against the ropes. I was down to 1 health point. I had a huge deficit, but you can never give up in this game. You never know. You just never know what to expect. And that's part of the fun. It's the human element of this game that makes Brawlers really stand out. Wow. Okay, so Stod to say, NashvilleLou, I swear I can see my cards. LMAO. No, I don't have that kind of vision. I'm the one who's live streaming this, remember? But keep in mind, I use a 90-second delay, and there's good reason for it. I was just fortunate. In some of those cases, I was flexing. So like if Stod's had a 6-8 or a 6-7, I had like a 6-1. So, but it's tough. It's tough in these tournaments. You need some breaks. I caught some breaks there against Buddha in that big rally, so I'm heading to the finals. Let's look at the tournament tree here for a moment. Well, there you have it. So you see Biggie victorious over Just Mike. I should bring the slate up for a moment. All right, so let's go. The room is here. Okay. All right, I've requested a 5-minute break. I need just a couple moments to get things right. It was an intense 5-round battle there in the semis. My goodness. All right, so I'm in the finals. I'll be taking on Biggie Brawler. I'll be back in just a few minutes with that. This Brawlers tournament, it's August 2023 B.E.S.T tournament event. NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. Back in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned. There, now I have my microphone turned on. As I was trying to warm myself, say, there, we're back from break, or whatever I was going to say. This Brawlers tournament, playing as NashvilleLou, here on NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. Your host, Lou Pickney, taking on Biggie Brawler in the tournament final. And that's about to start right now. Got the code from Biggie. Let's get connected and let's get going. Here we go. Again, there's not any audio except for the one pyro little blip of audio here. Not that stuff. I guess there's another screen that has the slight audio for this. This is the new sync up screen they have. It's for the players to get connected. And that's not me muting it. It's the way it sounds. See? And there you get the crowd audio. So here we go. This is match one. Much like the semifinal round, this is best of 5. Biggie Brawlers, an excellent opponent. This won't be easy. So I've clinched no less than a 3rd World Championship, so I'll have a belt in the game again. That'll be nice. 5-8. Against a 1. Bet of 1. See if I can keep Biggie from folding. Bet of 1, Biggie. All right. 5-8 beats the 1-1. 1-1's not a bad play in round 1, because if you catch somebody on the flex, you can give yourself a huge early advantage with a power meter boost. Because a non-flexing hand, of course, always beats a flexing hand. Flexing, where your first card, your setup card, is higher than your second card, the slam. Let's go 6-7. Against a 3, so I've got this for sure. Bet of 2, and let's see what Biggie does. Fold. All right. So it's just 2 points of damage delivered. 25-22. My power meter moves to 3. By folding, Biggie gets an extra card. So 4 cards, Biggie, 3 cards for me. Round 3. Taking on Biggie Brawler. I wonder, 'cause a lot of times if you see 8 and 8, when your opponent's got 3 cards, a lot of times that's legit. Because 8s have a way of getting challenged in this game. 8 and 8 against the 7. Let's go bet of 3. It's a fold there. Outright fold by Biggie. Okay. Well, Biggie made the right play there. Again, I had 3 cards, played the double 8. Just because the probability is lower if you have 3 cards versus 5 or 6 that you would actually have 2 8s you're sitting on there. But I did in that case. Biggie laid down the 7. Could have been a flex by Biggie as well, but then again, I mean, do we try and outflex an 8? That's a problem. Speaking of flex, it's 6-3, but I don't know. 6 against a 6. I have that power meter to protect, so I will protect it by folding. Bet of 3, Biggie, 6 showing, power meter of 1, 6-3. Shades of the semifinal round. I think that exact scenario played out. As far as I folded a 6-3, Biggie didn't. Or I should say, booted it in the semifinals. Likewise here, Biggie didn't. My lead's cut to 23-19. We each have a power meter of 4. Get that big boost. Winning with a 3 or a 1 played in a round in Brawlers. Let's go with 4-5. Against a 7. I should have just gone 2-4. I was thinking about doing that. I should have. Okay, but I'll fold the 4-5. Against a 7-8. Well, this will tie us up at 19. Power meter of 5 for Biggie. Off the fold, I'll have 5 cards, just like Biggie has 5 cards. Round 6. This is match 1, tournament final. This August 2023 best event. $6-3 flex. The higher power meter over there to protect. Let's go bet of 1. Let's risk it. Bet of 2. Okay, let's not risk it. Let's fold. Bet of 2 Biggie. 6 showing. 6-8. I really shouldn't have gone in at all on that because Biggie before played a 6-3 flex. And if you're going to flex back-to-back with the same front card, it does happen sometimes, but I probably should have just laid it down. In fact, well, that's, of course, me speaking with hindsight, as it turns out. 19-14. Biggie has the lead. But I've got some options over here. If Biggie flexes and I fold, I'll still be in the match. There's that. Against a 6. Let's see if Biggie folds this one. That big power meter to protect. Fold. All right. So the 7-1 flex worked. 8 points of damage that way. I take a 14-11 lead. Winning with a 1 play boosts my power meter from a 4 to a 7. 6 cards for me off the fold. 6 cards for Biggie for round number 8. Seven, 8. Against a 7, bet of 2. If Biggie bets 2 or a 3, or if Biggie calls me, that's the match and I win. Bet of 1, Biggie. Bet of 2. So even if we tie the round, I'll win the match. 7-8, we tie the round. Negative 3 points for Biggie. I'll be taking 12 points of damage, only have 2, so I'll win 2 to whatever Biggie's was, negative 3. So we each get to hit our finishers. There's the ice cold stunner.
Oh no.
I guess it's not really a finisher here. Mace in your face. But ultimately, that's the match. So I take a 1-0 lead in this best of 5 final against Biggie. Good game. All right. So I lead Biggie 1-0. We'll have match number 2 here in just a moment or two. Thanks to everybody for taking the time to watch. All the participants in the tournament. Thanks to Mike and everybody over at Tyranno for hosting this tournament. Nice prizes as well. That's not lost on me. Although when it comes to tournament time, I try to put all those distractions out of my mind and just keep focused. Not always easy, especially in this game. So, okay, Biggie's typing. So hopefully I have a code here from Biggie or some sort of note here. And we'll get match number 2 going. Got the code. Thank you. Oh. Again, there's a reason I usually ask for the codes to be sent to me. And blame this one on dyslexia. That was just a typo. All right. So here we go with match number 2 in the finals of this August 2023 B.E.S.T event. Series of tournaments. I was down 2-0 in the semifinals against Buddha. I felt incredibly lucky to make the comeback to win 3 in a row there. Here I lead 1-0, but Biggie's tough. This won't be easy. I know I said that before, but to reiterate, in a related note, still not easy. All right, let's go 3-7 to open against a 5. Gotta hope that's a flex. 5-5 would be a push. So let's see. Bet of 1. Bet of 1, Biggie. 5-6. Okay, so the combined 11 points more than my combined 10. Biggie wins round 1, 25-24. Power meter 2 for Biggie, 3 cards apiece for round 2. Play a 4-1. I'll probably fold it, but maybe not. Like it was a 2. Well, bet a 3. Let's see what happens. Would Biggie call me here? Nope, it's a fold. All right. So it's 2 points of damage. But it'll boost my power meter from a 1 to a 4. That big boost you get for winning with a 1 or a 3 played in a round. So we head to round 3. I lead 24-23. Off the fold, Biggie now with 4 cards. I have 3. I flexed again. 6-1. Let's go 6-6. Against the 7, I'll fold and get 4 cards for the next round. Biggie Brawler, bet a 3, 7 showing, 7-3 flex. So that worked out well for Biggie. 4 points of damage. Biggie retakes the lead 23-20. Power meter boost from a 2 to a 5 for winning the round with a 3 played. By folding, I protected my power meter of 4, and we each have 4 cards here for round 4. Eight. Against a 3. Bet of 2. Let's see what Biggie does. Fold. So I'd retaken the lead 20-19. Got a power meter of 5. Biggie off the fold now at 5 cards. Only at 4. The darkest of hands. A 3-1 flex. The most cynical of hands. Against a 6, I'll fold that and get to 5 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, Biggie, 6 showing, power meter of 5. It's a 6-1 flex. 10 points of damage. I'll lead Biggie 1-0 in this best of 5 final, but Biggie with the lead here in match number 2. Off the fold, though, my power meter of 5 is protected. So I'll have 5 cards for round 6. 7-8. If that's 7-8 opposite me, I'm in serious trouble. If it's 7-7, I could mess things up for Biggie. Let's see. Bet of 1. Bet of 2, which would be just enough to beat me if it is, in fact, 7-8. But I'm not going to lay down 7-8 against the 7. I'm just not. So if that's the match, then bravo, and we'll be tied at 1. If not, then we'll see. 7-8, that's the match. So another high the last round of a match, but it's the power meter differential and the health point differential that's going to make the difference. So Biggie ties it up 1 apiece here in this best of 5 final. Okay, so Biggie Brawler and I are tied at 1 apiece. I won match number 1. I know it says rewards winner, but I didn't actually win the match. I mean, I'll take the rewards. You want to give me, Adulation. I won't pass that up. But actually, Biggie won the match. So, one apiece here in this best-of-5 final. Okay, Biggie said restarting game is looking weird. Yeah, okay. I'll restart my app as well. Just out of an abundance of caution. Not to jinx anything, but you've seen how it's been today. This latest update seems to have things working a bit better. Again, not to jinx it, but... Okay, so I'm going to close my app and then restart it. We're tied at 1 apiece. I'll wait to actually type this in chat so I don't spoil my own finish. Okay, so now I can go ahead and type it. Okay, that 90-second delay, it's quite valuable, but you do have to just have a few things in mind when you use it, as far as from a timing standpoint. Particularly when it comes to chat, because there's not a 90-second delay for your live chat. Got the code from Biggie, so let me type that in. We'll have to hit join, you can't just hit return. There we go. So again, with the Barry Greenhorn Light Show intro. He's pretty good at keeping his arms perfectly still. That's not the easiest thing to do. All right, here we go. Match number 3 in this best-of-5 tournament final. Taking on Biggie Brawler. I won match number 1. Biggie won match number 2. Here we go, starting match number 3 with a 3-7. Against a 1, so I've got the round for sure. Bet of 1. Fold by Biggie. All right. So it's 1 point of damage delivered, but the important thing there is winning with a 3 played, because that boosts my power meter from a 1 to a 4. 25-24, I've got the early lead off the fold. Biggie Brawler with 4 cards. I'm at 3. Get that extra card in your hand for the next round when you fold in Brawlers. All part of the great balance of this game. 7-7. It's the 3. Bet of 2. Bet of 1 by Biggie. You can call my bet of 2 or fold. It's a call. So I'll deliver 8 points of damage. 7-7 beats the 3-8. It's tough to lay it down when you've got a 3-8, the Yi special. It's tough to lay it down, even against the higher card, because you got that chance to win with a 3 play, but that in that case it worked out for me. 25-16. 4 cards for Biggie, 3 cards for me. 5-3 flex. I'll probably fold it because I was like, well, against the 3, maybe not. I mean, that'd be kind of zany. Bet of 3. Let's see what Biggie does. Bet of 1. If Biggie calls me here. Oh, I got called. Oh, I got caught with my hand to the cookie jar. Should have laid it down. Should have looked at that 3 and say, nope. So here my power meter reset. I'm only at 3 cards. That was not a good play by me, as it turns out. I mean, it's great if it works, but it didn't. Okay, round 4. Let's see. Well, go 3-8. 22-16. I still have the lead. Against a 6. Bet of 1. Bet of 3. I mean, I'm taking a steep price here. If that's 6-6 or higher, that's the risk I'm taking. Bet of 3. 6-4 flex. That resets the power meter for Biggie. My goodness. Back and forth. 22-13. So we're tied at 1 in this best-of-5 final. Here in match number 3, I'll lead 22-13 with a power meter of 4. 4 cards for Biggie. 3 cards for me. So I'll go ahead and fold finally for the first time in the match. I'll get the 4 cards for the next round. Bet of 1 Biggie, 7 showing. 7-7. So the bet of 1 trap, but it didn't work that time. 21-13. Power meter of 2 for Biggie. Off the fold, I'll be to 4 cards, with my power meter of 4 protected thanks to the fold. Let's roll it a 4 and 4. Against a 4. Well, I'll fold and get to 5 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, Biggie with that 4 showing. 4-5. 19-13. Power meter moves to 3 for Biggie for the next round. Off the fold, I'll have 5 cards. My power meter of 4 is intact. Six, 7. Against a 1. Bet of 2. Bet of 1 by Biggie. You can call my bet of 2 or fold. It's a call. So I'll deliver 8 points of damage and reset the power meter for Biggie Brawler. Take a 19-5 lead. It's going to boost my power meter to a 5, and I've got a 7 and an 8 there. So let's see what happens here for round 8. Will this be enough? Unless it's 8-8 for Biggie Brawler, I'll win the match here. Even if we tie the round, I'll win the match. Bet of 1 by Biggie Brawler. Here's the call. Another tie round finish. And again, it comes down to the power meter and the health points. My goodness. See the kicking ass sweat Colt trying to get his heat back after the match. So I take a 2-1 lead here, winning match number 3 against Biggie Brawler in this best of 5 tournament final. See how it says rewards loser there, even though I won the match. Opposite from the last time. All right, so let's peek in here. All right, good game to Biggie. So this is the tournament final. I lead 2-1 heading to match number 4. Best 3 out of 5. Got the code, thank you. Let me double check to make sure I have like a full screen pulled up or anything. Okay, here we go. Match 4, tournament final. Me playing as NashvilleLou against Biggie Brawler. A lot of these Barry Greenhorn vignettes. Is this like WWE Network when they're in commercial for some people and not for others? They run those like random packages. All right, round 1. I'll lead Biggie Brawler 2-1 in this best of 5 final. Let's start with a 3-7. Against a 1, so I've got round 1. Bet of 1. Fold. So I'll take a 25-24 lead. Just think it'd been a 3-3 there. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Round 2. 4 cards for Biggie off the fold, 3 cards for me. The most cynical of hands, the 3-1. I don't think I would do that though after let's just go 1-3. Too risky. Fold. So we had 4 cards for the next round. Biggie with a bet of 1. 6 showing, 6-7. Bet of 1 trap. We're tied at 24. Biggie gets a power meter boost to 2. For winning the round, I get an extra card thanks to the fold. My power meter of 4 is intact. Now let's go in there with it. 6-8. Against a 4. Bet of 2. Fold. Okay. 4 points of damage delivered. I'll take a 24-20 lead. My power meter moves to 5. By folding, Biggie Brawler protects that power meter of 2 on the other side and gets an extra card. So 5 cards, Biggie Brawler, 4 cards for me, round 4. Here in match 4, this tournament final, I'll lead 2-1 over Biggie. 7-8. Bet of 2. Hold by Biggie, who's now at 6 cards. So a good laydown by Biggie. I take a 24-15 lead with a power meter of 6, but Biggie Brawler now at 6 cards, only a 4. Here for round number 5. All right, 2-4. Against a 3. So that'll be a boost for Biggie. That power meter, I'm going to fold. Bet a 3, Biggie, 3 showing, power meter a 2. 3 and 3, my goodness. Wow, big play there for Biggie. I think if I go on 5-6. Oof. 22 to 15, I had the lead. That's a big power meter now for Biggie. But Biggie now with more to protect over there. So there's also that. 6 cards. 6-7. All right, I'm going to fold. So we had 6 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, Biggie, 7 showing. 7-1 flex. I should have challenged it. 14 points of damage. Big shift right there. Biggie takes the lead 15 to 8. Biggie's going to have a higher power meter than I'll have health points remaining, which is not a good spot to be in. Round 7. Yeah, power meter at 10. Double digits. 7-8. It's a 5. I anticipate a fold. Bet of 1 on the off chance that maybe Biggie comes in. Nope, there's the fold. Okay. 6 points of damage. Cut the lead to 9 to 8. I got a power meter at 7. 6 cards for me, but Biggie off the fold. Might be able to line up that knockout shot. Let's stick to knockouts. Let's see if I can do it here. 7-6. Oh no, that's got to be the goods. 8 and 8. I'm not going to fold here. So bet a 3, but Biggie's going to win this match in all likelihood. 8 and 8. That's the match. Good game. That's the match. Good game. Biggie Brawler victorious. So we're tied at 2. We're going to a 5th and deciding match in the final of this tournament. Of this June, or not June, excuse me. I think of the June. See up there the 2 prior World Championship wins. This is the August event for Brawlers. All right. Got the connect code from Biggie Brawler. I'll say thank you. Here we go. The winner of this match wins the tournament. The loser gets second. Here we go. So again, we get the Barry Greenhorn vignette where he just stands around and looks cool or flips people off. The menacing version. So I'm taking on Biggie Brawler in match 5 of 5. The winner of this match wins the tournament. Here we go. $3-8 against a 2. Bet of 1. Biggie folds. 25-24. 4 cards for Biggie thanks to the fold. I've got a power meter of 4 thanks to winning the round with a 3 play. 3 cards for me. 6-7. Fold against the 7. So I'll be at 4 cards for the next round. I thought about going 4-6 and I should have in hindsight. 7-7. At least I folded though, protecting my power meter. So we're tied at 24. Match 5 of 5. Championship round, the final of this tournament. $2-4. I'll fold to get to 5 cards for the next round. 6 showing for Biggie. 6-8. There'll be 2 points of damage delivered. Biggie will take a 24-22 lead. You gotta be kidding me. We made it all this way, and now it locks up? In match 5. I don't even know what to say at this point. I'm telling Biggie, frozen apparently. Absolutely unacceptable, but here we are. So we're going to have to remake the match. This championship match, this tournament's gone so well. Talking with Biggie about what we'll do. I guess we're going to have to remake the match. Oh my. Biggie had 6-8 and a 5-8. I'll tell Biggie I had 3-7. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so we'll remake it. I mean, I'm not happy about it, but nobody is. This isn't anything intentional. It was actually, if it had to happen, at least it's like a relatively even point of the match. So, okay, I'll go ahead and just... So I'll restart the app again. There's the slate. That's the 16 people that entered into this part of the tournament. There are more people in the tournament, but that's the people that came into today. So I'm in the championship round, in match 5. Let me just restart this so I get things. I'm gonna get upset if I'm not careful here. Let's just restart it. Okay. All right, so we're going to redo the match. Biggie had a screenshot. So I had 3-7 not showing. Okay. Yeah, Biggie. Show me they had 5-8 cards there. All right, well, we'll make the best of it. I'll show you the tournament tree. This is how we got to this point. The bottom half of the bracket. We started with 16 people entering today, and we're down to 2 here in the final. I had an absolutely wild semifinal against Buddha. I was down 2-0 and probably managed to come back. Absolutely wild. So here we are in the finals. Let's go ahead and bring the slate back up for a moment as I get ready to, let's see, got the code, thank you. Okay. Yeah. Beast, I hate these asterisk games, me too. All right. And the frustrating thing to me is that this was going so well. Like I was like, oh, it's too good. It's too quiet kind of thing. Uh-oh. It's actually working properly. Can't have that. Like, this is the finals of your championship tournament. And this happened. Again. So here we go. Match 5. It was a rain out. Look at it like that. All right. Well. Here we go. 2-2. Against a 3. 3-7. 1 point of damage delivered. Power meter moves to 4 for Biggie. 25-24. Five and 5. Against a 6. I'll fold to get to 5 cards for the next round. Bet a 3, Biggie, 6 showing. 6-8. 4 points of damage. This is match 5 of 5 here in the tournament final against Biggie Brawler. with that power meter to protect over there. It's interesting with Biggie. Let's see. I went 7-8 with Biggie. Challenge that, thinking I'm not playing an 7-8, maybe. But I'm going to go 7-1 at the end. Flip it at the very end, flip it around. Against a 5. Bet of 2. Hope for a fold. Bet of 1 by Biggie. It's a call. You call it a 7 with a 5-7? Wow. Well, you're right there to do it. I should have played the 7-8, huh? 25-10. Biggie with the lead. We're in a situation where Biggie flexes and I fold. That's the match, and Biggie wins the tournament. All right, 25-10. So that big power meter, only 3 cards over there for Biggie. 5-3. 5 against a 5. Be bold, bet of 1. Bet of 2. Got to fold. If that's a flex, that's the match, and Biggie wins the tournament. 5-7. All right. Seven, 8. It's the 3, bet of 1. This time Biggie folds, of course. Seven, 8. Let's see if I can do it this time. It's the 1. Gotta sell it big though, bet of 3. If you come in for me a bet of 1, would you go bet of 3? Maybe, maybe not. Bet of 1. No, it's a fold. Of course. Line up that knockout shot, and there's nothing I can do about it, except for just try and somehow. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll get lucky here. Maybe 8-8. Maybe I can quit whining to myself about it and just maybe make these high cards work for me. 7, bet of 1. All right, that reset the power meter. That worked. Maybe 7-8. Biggie's gonna be thinking, oh, I thought I had this in the bag. I'm not picking. He was done. Not yet. 19-4. I've got a power meter of 4. I've got breathing room, more importantly. Even if it's a flex and I fold, I'll get fresh cards, plenty, and a chance to regroup against a 7. Now I'll go ahead and do it. Flex or not, I'll have another round. Bet of 3, Biggie, 7 showing, 7-7. 1 point of damage. Power meter moves to 2 for Biggie Brawler, at least 19-3. My power meter of 4 is protected by the full of 6 fresh cards for round 9. Five and 5. Against a 7. If that's a flex and I fold, that's the match in the tournament. But that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to fold. Bet of 2, Biggie, 7 showing. 7-8. I'm down to 1 health point. It's 19-1 Biggie. Seven, 8. It's to 4. Sell it big with a bet of 3. The power meter doesn't really matter when I have 1 health point. So there's that. Oh, fold. All right. 15-1. My power meter moves to 5. This is match 5 of 5 in the championship round. I'm down 15-1 to Biggie Brawler. Trying to fight my way back out of it somehow here in round number 11. If Biggie's got 7-8 or 8-8, this will be where the story ends. But if not, then well, we'll see. 6-8. It's the 5. Bet of 3. If Biggie calls me, that's the match and I'll win the tournament. It's full. Oh, my goodness. Biggie Biggie trying to get that knockout shot lined up. Well, all that fight, and here we are. 6-5, but I think this is going to be, I think Biggie's going to beat me here. I don't know if we're going to fold out a Biggie on this with a 6 showing. I guess an 8. Biggie got the 8 and 8. Oh, well. That's the match. Biggie wins. Congratulations. All right, well. Congratulations to Biggie Brawler, who won the tournament. So that's another second place finish for me. So that's 3 of those. To figure out something else with my overlay in that top right side. Oh, I don't have to put the national titles up there now. I just put the world titles. Now I got 3, so there's that. So I didn't get the win. The match 5 locking up mid-match is absolutely embarrassing for this game. I nearly didn't broadcast this tournament today because this keeps happening in this game. I'm sick of it. But it's still a tremendous game. But this has to change. I don't want to hear any excuses about micro this, transaction that, other people's problems this, becomes my problem now. And we had this wonderful tournament, this amazing semifinal, Biggie, that decisive win at the end. That should be what we're concentrating on. Biggie winning this heck of a tournament in style there in a dramatic 5th match. And instead, I'm thinking about how mad I am that this game locked up again. This isn't the first time I've been in a tournament final and had this lock up on me, although it wasn't as bad as when it happened in the Blue Mint tournament. But it does a disservice to me and to my audience when this happens. So there's that. So I'm not at all happy about that. But that's, look, if this game weren't that good, I wouldn't be here. I would have been gone many, many moons ago, and yet here I am. So congratulations, though. I went selling sour grapes. Biggie Brawler's a heck of a player. That was a great final. That should be the focus right there. And yet, that's going to bother me. Because it's just going to be status quo, same as it ever was. And I don't know. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, with Warsaken Blitz. Live player versus player matches. I'm going to have the Warsaken wheel spin giveaways. Of those hourly. I take an hourly break and then have those wheel spins. So that's a lot of fun. That's coming up tomorrow. With Brawlers, I don't know the next time I'll broadcast this. I mean, even if they're Blue Mint tournaments, I don't know. Because, I mean, I'm glad that there are things that are working a lot better. I'm glad that things are smoother. I'm glad in some ways. And then there we are, they're just locking up. Oh, well. Oh, well. Just the 5th game of your championship round, best of 5. It's August. This game played better in November of last year in some ways. And that remains a huge sticking point. And just because I'm not banging pots and pans and making a fuss about it in Discord doesn't mean I'm not thinking about it. So there's that. I want to see people playing MMR matches, but I want the game to work too. So hopefully we'll have people playing MMR, and I'll be looking for matches here and there as I can. But this will probably be the last stream I do for Brawlers until maybe the next best event, because I'm sick of it. Because it makes me look bad. I'm playing a game that continuously breaks on stream. And it's just taken as that's, business as usual. Whereas the focus should be on Biggie Brawler winning that was a talented lineup we had there for the 16 for today. But ultimately, that was Biggie Brawler getting the victory. When we remade that 5th game, there was no doubt about it. I did my best to fight back in, but Biggie Brawler got the victory, wins the tournament, and it's a 2nd place finish for me. So that's how this one's going to end. Anyway, so that's me telling you what I'm thinking. This thing is an honesty stick, this microphone, this headset. Cuts through the filters of niceness sometimes, but I'm going to tell you the truth. So that's what it is. Again, this is a fantastic game. It just needs to work properly. I don't care why it's not working properly. I don't want anybody to pass the buck. It doesn't say micro transmission on there. It says Brawl. You don't have the name fixed on here yet. You rebrand it, you haven't even fixed it in the game yet. But that's another issue. Look, me berating the game makers isn't going to make anything better. But I'm just telling you where I'm coming from on this. Well, Lou, why aren't you streaming Brawlers? Well, did you see the tournament final, how that turned out? And it's a shame because this game is so great. That was so much fun up until the game didn't do what it was supposed to do. So there's that. Okay, so I've spoken my piece again, and we'll see. I mean, this is like how it was when I ended Worldwide in May. A lot has not changed. Hoping for the best, hoping that all this secrecy means there's actual stuff going on that'll actually improve the games. It's fantastic, but for now, I'm going to concentrate on games that are going to work for me on stream. So there's that. So that's going to do it for this broadcast of NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. Congrats to Biggie Brawler. No, not at all sour grapes. Biggie Brawler won that one legit. But the way that went down can't be seen as acceptable or business as usual. Actions over words. Tell me when these gaming guilds are supposed to show up too, by the way. I'm still waiting on that months later. That's going to do it for this broadcast of NashvilleLou Live Tournament Edition. I'm your host, Lou Pickney. Thanks for watching. See you next time.